Hi everybody, Rob Keys here doing another entry in my vlog series, and for this episode I'm going to talk about the topic of sleep, because sleep is the biggest damn waste of time. But we need it because humans are poorly constructed. All these flaws and physical problems we have, these time limits in our lifespans, and we have to spend like a third of our lives sleeping somewhere. And I think if you're an adult, I think the average adult, according to studies, sleeps like 7.5 to 9 hours. I don't think that's realistic for most people's working schedules, whether you're just working 2 jobs or you have kids, whatever. For me, I don't have kids. I work from home. I have it lucky in that front. But I work on average 12 hours minimum per day, and some days it goes upwards of 16. And this week, because of what's happening in the movie news front, I had not slept much at all. I caught up in the last few days. It's Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday on February 2nd. But if we go back to Monday, it all began with the X-Men. X-Men, if you know me, if you've met me in real life, X-Men, the cartoon, like, defined my childhood. I loved collecting cards, the toys, everything about the comics and the X-Men. They were my favorite. And so with X-Men Days of Future Past coming out, there's a lot of excitement from X-Men fans like me about the potential of the future of the film franchise. But anyway, I was lucky enough to see the footage last year at Comic-Con, and they put that footage out for everyone to see in October 2013, as a trailer. For me, I had already seen all that footage, so it wasn't that special to me. The impact had already worn off because they played it like 2 or 3 times during that presentation when they had the whole cast on stage. But last week, or the week before last, Fox put up like an Instagram teaser, like one of those 10-second, 15-second clips, just kind of like highlighting a few scenes from the movie, and it promised like a big reveal or big X-Men news coming soon. So we thought that meant they would be releasing a big trailer, and that trailer would be playing during the Super Bowl. That wasn't the case, but what they did is, on Monday this week, Fox teamed with Empire Magazine, like one of the biggest and best movie magazines in the world, to do this whole day of X-Men stuff where they had these collectible covers for the magazine. And sometimes you get that, and there's 2 or 3 different variants, but they had 25 different collectible covers, and each cover was basically a character poster for a character or some object from X-Men Days of Future Past. And that's awesome. That's great. We finally get a real official look in high res at a lot of the characters who are new to the franchise in X-Men Days of Future Past, and especially these big-ass Sentinel robots they're going to be fighting. But how they did it was like super painful. So I got up early that day, on Monday morning, to kind of prepare a post and get ready for this, because I knew they would be revealing stuff all throughout the day. I did not know what exactly that meant. But when I got up at like 7, whatever, and I usually sleep into like 9-ish on a regular day. So I got up at 6 or 7 or whatever, and there's already like 5 of these covers online. So I'm like, crap, I have to speed through them. I have internet issues. The weather's terrible. I had to go to Starbucks to get Wi-Fi and set it up. But how they did it was this. They had 25 different collectible issues, right? So at the top of every hour, they released another one on their website, and they had like a page just like full of these covers. So basically, I had to monitor this thing for like literally 20 hours straight from the moment I wake up, because every hour a new one would come out, and I would have to write up like a slide and explain what it is, explain what it means for the film, talk about the comic book character, and so on and so forth. So that went on until 3 a.m. my time, which is midnight Pacific Standard Time. And I had found out towards the end what the last couple were going to be, so I was kind of preparing ahead of time. And I knew the final one was going to be that big reveal of like the future Sentinel robot, the first look at this new design. So I prepared another large post just talking about that. But anyways, it kept me up to like 5 or 6 a.m., which sucked. So the next day I had to get up so we could record on Screen Rant our first video feature, this new kind of feature we're going to do where we get the Screen Rant Underground crew together. That's myself, Ben Kendrick, Kofi Outlaw, and Anthony Ocasio. And we just talk about some big news item. And then Anthony, with his video editing skills, kind of put it together with like a cool slideshow montage of the images we're talking about. So we did that for the very first time using these X-Men Days of Future Past covers. And so that took a while. And then Anthony, just like me, stayed up all Tuesday night to get that ready so we can publish. And I wrote up a post for that, but he did all the video work, so I'm not trying to take credit there. But that was just part 1 of the week. On Wednesday, Disney and DreamWorks lifted the embargo on Need for Speed. It's a film that's coming out in March. I was lucky enough last summer to go visit the set when they were shooting it in Michigan, and I got to talk with the director, Scott Wow. I got to talk to John Gattens, the writer and producer. I got to talk to Aaron Paul and Imogen Poots, the stars of it. And so I was able to finally release some of our coverage. So what I did is I put up our 4 biggest interviews that day, and they're all like big, lengthy interviews, multi-page. And then I wrote up most of my set visit report, which I still haven't put live yet. I'm thinking of putting it live today. Simply, I know it's a Sunday and it's the big game day, but during the Super Bowl, Disney and DreamWorks are going to release a new trailer for Need for Speed. So I'm going to put that out and kind of build on that coverage. I'll link the trailer together with my set visit report. And then maybe next week, or at least closer to release, I'll put up another post on Need for Speed. Maybe I'll do like a cool feature slideshow where I talk about like fun facts about what we learned about the film, how it came to be, the cars, all sorts of stuff. I'm not really sure yet, but I just want to spread it out, because what happens is when these embargo lifts, like all the journalists just like dump all of their stuff at the exact same moment or within an hour, and then like the next day everyone forgets about it. So you have like your homepage is covered in coverage for that one film, and then it's gone. So that's not good for the studio, that's not good for us, not good for the readers. So I want to do something different, so I'm just kind of spacing it out a little bit. But anyways, because of those interviews I had to set up and format and put new images in, and because they released a ton of new photos of all the supercars and behind the scenes stuff in that film, I stayed up all Tuesday night, like literally all-nighter, no nap, no nothing. So I did that, and then, so now it's Wednesday, I put up all the coverage, I try to have a nap at like 5 or 6 p.m., and then I had to make dinner, so I didn't get to sleep at all. So I just did the all-nighter thing, cold turkeyed it, slept the next day. I had to get up early again, though, because Thursday, Disney lifted the embargo on part 1 of our set visit coverage for Captain America: The Winter Soldier, another film that has a Super Bowl TV spot today. And that's why, I think that's why Disney's lifting the embargoes on Captain America and Need for Speed, because they're trying to double up the coverage with the new trailers coming out with the big game. So there we go. It's from Monday to Thursday. I have very, very little sleep. Just dying. And then trying to think what happened Friday. Friday we had a meeting. We did a podcast early. And funny enough, I'll put a link in the comments to this week's podcast. We normally record Sunday mornings, and then we put it up Monday afternoon to the following day. But because of the Super Bowl, we're all going to be busy Sunday today. So we recorded it early, and instead of reviewing a movie, we just talked about some big topic for the year. Funny enough, while we're recording the podcast, big news dropped about the Batman vs. Superman movie, and they announced officially that Jesse Eisenberg, from Zombieland, is going to be playing Lex Luthor, which is weird casting. I still can't wrap my head around it. And Jeremy Irons is going to be playing Alfred for Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne. So that happened while we were recording, so we got to do like our live reactions and talk about that. So it was all very good. But by the time we finished recording the podcast, which took us 4 friggin' hours, and we had a meeting or whatever, I was just done, just zombied, and I felt bad. And I'm sorry, if you're a reader of Screen Rant and you saw my articles, you probably saw a couple of typos. And we on Screen Rant do not want to publish anything with any sort of typos. But I was self-publishing on no sleep, and I just made some slip-ups. And it was bound to happen during my 24-hour marathon of X-Men, because I think in the end that thing is like 3,700 words, and I wrote that all on the fly throughout the day. And then my Need for Speed coverage, we got most of the interview stuff transcribed. I had to make some changes and stuff, but I put up like 15,000 words on Need for Speed as well. So just like, I'm sorry if there were typos, because in between all that stuff, there was a lot of news breaking for X-Men and Captain America, new Captain America posters, new photos, and this and that. So, yeah, what I'm saying is sleep sucks. If I didn't have to sleep to keep my mental capacity at my A game, then my workflow would be a lot better. Man, what a waste of time sleeping. But anyways, crazy movie news week. I can finally take a break. Next week, yeah, it's Super Bowl Sunday today. So next week, George Clooney's film, The Monuments Men, comes out, and we have a couple of interviews that one of our freelancers in LA did for us. And I'll be putting up some videos of that. So that's easier to do. It's just interviews. I don't have to do like a big set visit report. And it's not my own stuff. I'm just setting up somebody else's work and writing a few paragraphs here and there. So that's not very strenuous. But after that, finally going to get back to some gameplay stuff. If you've been following this channel, watching my gameplay videos, my Tomb Raider stuff is done. The last episode went up today on Super Bowl Sunday. And for my MechWarrior Online gameplay videos, which is like most of my channel, there's a huge update coming to that game on February 4th, this Tuesday, which is going to change the game drastically. It's going to change the user interface, the entire user interface. The client's going to look all different, and they're going to change some features, I think. So I realized I had a whole bunch of old MechWarrior videos on my channel, just like private. Like I never actually published them or filled them out. So I just like threw up like 3 or 4 last night. I set up a whole bunch for today and tomorrow and the day after, because as soon as February 4th the update comes out, all that stuff's going to look obsolete, because it's still going to have like the old functions and features and client and stuff. So anyways, that's this vlog, talking movies, talking games, talking sleep, talking Super Bowl. I may do another video for fun. We'll see how it goes. If I have time tonight and motivated and not like dead tired, maybe I'll talk about like my favorite Super Bowl commercials and what we saw from the movie trailer front. I'm still holding out hope that Fox, because Fox is airing the Super Bowl, that they may use one of their $4 million TV spots. I can't believe it cost that much money for 30 seconds of airtime, to release a teaser trailer for X-Men Days of Future Past, because we still haven't seen like any footage of like the characters in action. So I already prepared an article for that, ready to go. So if that drops, I'll be all over it. So hey, thanks for watching my ramblings, my tired Sunday pre-game ramblings. Hope you're having fun today. Watch the game with some friends. Get some nachos and pop and cheese dip out. We're going to be going into some friends' place in a couple hours, and I may have to bring my laptop with me just in case some movie stuff drops. But this year was weird. A lot of the big trailers, even like the Budweiser and the Bud Light commercials, like all kind of aired online beforehand. And I think the most popular one is that one from Budweiser with the puppy adoption and of course the big Clydesdale horses, and it's a really cute one, and it got like 30 million views in its first 2 days or 3 days online, which is like super impressive. You can just say it's a Super Bowl commercial and get tons of traffic. It's ridiculous. So I feel like this year is not going to be too many surprises, which is kind of sad, because all this stuff, commercials and movie trailers, either are already online or they've shown half of it online. So anyways, keep following along. Head to screenrant.com for your movie news. Head to gamerant.com for video game news, and for Watch Me Fail Cube on YouTube. And you can follow it on Google Plus, Twitter. I have a Twitch account, which I never really use, but I will when there are more games come out for the consoles, and Facebook. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment on your thoughts on the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl commercials and movie trailers. Cheers.